Hello everybody, we are live, it's Gelu Nastac here and welcome to today's presentation. As you can see, this presentation today is called The Flow of New Customers, 5 Steps to 5 and 6 Figures Business per Month. I know that sounds like a big promise if you never even thought about taking your business to the 5 and 6 figures per month. May seem like kind of a crazy number, but trust me, what I want to do today is give you a framework for exactly how to get there. So this webinar is going to be somehow different than some others one that you have been on. I don't like to have a lot of fluff. I don't like to have a lot of storytelling. I'm just going to count off the fact that you are here for a reason. You know why you are here. You are here because you want to grow your business, because you want to increase the quality of your life, and I want you to pay attention, and I'm going to respect you, and I'm not going to play a bunch of games. We're just going to get right into the good stuff. I hope that's alright with you now. Let me tell you guys who is this for, so that you know you are in the right place or not. This webinar is for anyone who makes a living from their expertise, their knowledge, or their wisdom. So that's coaches, trainers, consultants, authors, speakers, internet marketers, personal service providers like therapists, solicitors, accountants, and so on. Anyone whose business depends on a steady stream of clients who really respect your authority. So, attorney or solicitor in UK, accountants, even chiropractors. If you use your knowledge to create unique breakthrough for your clients in their life or in their business, then this is for you. Here is what we are going to discuss in the next 45 minutes or so. We are going to talk about how to turn your expertise into a 6-figure monthly income, even if it is a ridiculous number right now. We are going to talk about how to generate a steady flow of customers on autopilot. Exact clients you want, when you want, at the price you want. So let's just look at it for the moment. We want the ideal clients coming straight into your business. We want you to be able to attract those customers anytime you want, and we want you to be able to enroll those clients into whatever your offer are at a $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 or euros or pounds price point. So the exact customers you want, when you want, at the price you want. We're also going to talk about how to command those kinds of premium price. How to stop selling whatever it is you're selling, your time, your courses, your programs, classes, for anything less than 1,000 at absolutely minimum. And I want to talk about how you can very quickly move into positioning your stuff to command 2,000, 5,000 or even $10,000 or pounds or euro price point and higher. We are going to talk about how to leverage your service delivery so you can work with clients in groups instead of one-on-ones that can make you more money in less time, and I'm going to show you how to do all of this without a blog, without a Twitter feed, without SEO, without social media, making videos or any of them, like online marketing stuff that you don't really want to do, without any of the busy work that just seems to drive everyone crazy and leave them burnt out. Alright, some big promise there, but I promise you, I will deliver on every single one of them. And here is my big promise. I'm going to give you on this webinar a step-by-step strategy to grow your business to the 5 or 6 figures per month. And I don't really care how crazy that number seems to you. By the time we're done with this webinar, it's going to be a lot more attainable. It's going to be like something that you can do, and it's going to be something that you are going to be really excited about. Now, some house rules, because I want to clarify just a couple of things before we get into this. Number one, this is not about get rich quick. Now, I've made a lot of money and I make it very quickly. But if you think that you can come into a webinar like this and someone is going to give you some quick tips and then all of a sudden going to snap your fingers and become a millionaire, it doesn't not work that way. You have to provide something of tremendous value. You've got to have a great business, you have to take time to build a great business, and you have to operate with the highest standards of integrity. Number two, there is no do nothing get paid here. This is not one of those things where it's like, hey, you don't have to do anything and you can make a lot of money, and right, this stuff does require hard work. Number three, no fake experts. What I mean by that is you are going to learn some strategies on this webinar to sell your stuff, to sell it for a premium price and to sell a lot of it. But if you are not good at what you do, those people are going to reach out to work with you, going to sign up with you. What's going to happen? Because the strategy that I'm going to teach you today, they are work great. They're going to ask you for a refund and want their money back. So if you are not good at what you do, this stuff is not going to work for you. In fact, saying nicely, it's only going to push you out of the market. So you really have to be a true professional and you really have to be a great at what you do. Now, if that's you, you can learn some amazing stuff today. And number four, I just want to point out that neither my results nor my clients' results are remotely typical. The people that you are going to hear about today, I'm going to talk about some of my clients and what they've been able to achieve. They are really extraordinary business owners. They have tremendous drive, tremendous integrity. They are great marketers. They know when to listen and they earned the results that I'm going to share with you. So the one thing I want to make clear is that your success or lack of it is 100% up to you. I don't know you, I don't know your business, so I'm not promising that you are going to be able to achieve any of the stages that we are talking about here. But what I want to do for you is allow a blueprint that plenty of other people have used to take their business to the 5 or 6 figure per month mark. Alright? Now, I just want to check in and see. I want to take the temperature of the room when I do this presentation. I want to see if any of this stuff sounds like you. And if it is, if does sound like you, I want you to just type yes in the chat box for me, okay? Do you have some months where cash just pours into your business, but you can't seem to maintain it? Do you start out every month wondering where the clients and sales are gonna come from, so you don't know for sure where they're going to come from? Do you secretly know that your work is worth and way more that you are charging, but you are afraid that if you raise your price, nobody is going to pay them? Do you see other people in your business making the kind of income you want, and you just have no idea how they are doing it? Are you working way too hard in your business, or you are working too many hours, or you are burning yourself out? Be honest. And do you feel like technology or online marketing is the enemy or threat to your business instead of an asset? And finally, do you feel like there is a invisible ceiling on your income that you just can't seem to break through, where you can do whenever it's 5,000 or 10,000, that just seems to be the number that you just can't crack in your business? Well, any of those things sounds like you, but I have some good news. Believe it or not, none of these things are the real problem. The real problem is that you haven't made the shift yet. Now look, once you make them, you have complete control over who you work with, how you serve them, and the price you can command. You can generate a flow of customers by using marketing that establish you as the number one authority in your market, and the marketing will also add massive value to your audience. So they actually enjoy engaging with you and engaging with your message. You are going to realize that this invisible selling on your income was never even there to begin with, and fast push through the 5 and 6 figure per month faster than you ever thought possible. And you know what? You are going to do all of this while tapping in the right back into the joy that you first had when you started this work. So, if your work used to be something you were excited about and it's turned into a grind, this is what you are going to learn here today. Once you make it, the shift that I'm talking about, you are going to tap right back into that joy that you first had when you first started it. Now, before we get into what those steps are and how to make them, I just want to introduce myself so that you understand, you know who I am and why you should listen to me. This is me. I am Gelu Nastac. I am kind of known as the coach of coaches. A lot of people that I work with, as I said, coaches, consultants, trainer, personal service providers, therapists, solicitor, accountants, author, speakers, online marketers, and they are experts in their various fields. They just don't know how to market themselves properly, and we've taken those people and we've helped a dozen of them grow their business to 5 and then 6 figure per month. And I specialize in helping my clients leverage their time and create more freedom in their business and also command some premium prices. I think our average client is charging between 2 and 4,000 for what they do. And we have plenty that are charging even more than that. So when it comes to commanding premium prices and delivering your service in a leveraging way. Also, I've learned from two leaders in their fields like Bob Proctor, feature star in The Secret movie, Dan Sullivan from Strategic Coach, Dr. John DeMartini, he's a great polymath, Raymond Aron, New York Times best-selling author and multi-hundred millionaires in real estate, Ryan Days, that probably you would know him as digital marketer, Alex Mandosian, which is one of my mentors and still I work close with him and his team, Andy Harrington, Dan Bradbury, Jeff Ma, no other than Frank Kern, and many others. And quick, I want to introduce you to my family. My wife Lucia and my boy George. And he is the reason why in my life. Alright guys, so let's talk really quick about how I discovered these 5 steps, 5 shifts, and where these concepts come from. Well, in my business, you know, I've had the opportunity to learn from experts, thought leaders, just people who are absolutely brilliant at what they did. People who had true expertise, who could make tremendous breakthrough for their clients and for the people that they worked with. But you know what? Some of those people were clearing themselves 7 figures a year. They were making a few $millions a year. But as I got to know my customers, I realized that some of them, very best people, whether they were consultants or trainer or relationship coaches or whatever they were doing, some of the very best people were the ones who were struggling. And that's really surprised me, and it made me realize that your level of skills, believe it or not, is not the things that determines your income are determined your level of success. And I started to look at all of these people, these colleagues, these people who are coming to work with me and I started to just break things down and really study the super achievers. Really study the people they were earning over $1 million a year. You know, at least a few $1 million a year. And what I started to realize is that there were 5 things, 5 steps, shifts that the top achievers had made that the people at the bottom had not made. That was the first things I noticed, and so then what I started doing with my own clients, I started incorporating these 5 steps into everything that I did and everything that I taught. And what happens? All of a sudden, my clients' results went through the roof. I'm now, maybe, a few years ago, I will be excited if I took a client to the 5,000 per month. Once I started integrating these 5 steps into what we were teaching, and I had customers that were doing 10,000 in just few weeks, 20,000 in just few weeks, creating 5 and 6 figures business. And now I've gotten to the point where by teaching these 5 shifts, I've taken businesses to the $500,000 mark again and again and again. So that's how I discovered these things. So what I want you to understand is this. These are 5 case shifts that you have to make to take your business to the 5-figure per month and then to the 6-figure per month. If you ever even want to get there and to enjoy more freedom in your business while you do it, so I'm going to walk you through all 5 of them on this session here. Now, what you are going to have, just like I said at the beginning, is a step-by-step roadmap for taking your business past the $500,000 a year, and why not past the 1 million a year. So what's the first shift is that you must operate with total integrity. Now look, I know that you are probably coming here and you asking, where is the cool marketing stuff? I want to learn the cool tricks in the cool marketing. But I got to start here, my friend. I got to start with integrity, because if your integrity is off, then everything in your business is going to be off. But if your integrity is working and your congruity with what you do and what you say and what you think all lined up perfectly, you are going to get to where you want to go faster than you ever thought possible. So this is the strategy of preeminence, and it's at the heart of everything that I do now. This is a concept that I got from Jay Abraham, who is extraordinary marketing, and basically the strategy of preeminence, he said, what you want to do is be the best in your area of mastery and have everything in your business reflect that. So stop thinking of yourself as just another provider, just another consultant, just an approach, just another coach, and start thinking of yourself as the very best in your area of expertise at what you do, and have everything in your business lined up with that, from the truth you think every day to the marketing strategy you pursue, to the way that you conduct yourself, to the way you dress, to the way you carry yourself. Be the very best in your area of mastery and have everything in a business reflect that. And number 2, never let a client do anything that isn't in their best interest. So take personal responsibility for that. So there is the concept that I want to introduce you guys to, and is the concept of the mirror. And what I mean by that is, it doesn't matter how good your marketing is, there is no escaping cause and effect. So there is nothing on this webinar that I can teach you, or that anybody can teach you, that is going to be so powerful, and that it violates the law of cause and effect, and it just doesn't happen. So what I mean by that is this: your business is a mirror that is constantly reflecting back to you what you are putting out in the world. So in other words, if you want decisive clients, you better be decisive. If you want clients that pay you quickly and without hesitation, I know you do, But you know, if you want that, you are got to look at how fast you make payments when you get a bill to use in order to you pay it when it comes time. For you to invest in something to grow your business, do it right away without hesitation. Well, I got news for you if you hesitate. That's the kind of clients you are going to attract. So there is no escaping cause and effect. If you are got a look at your life right now, you have got to look at your business right now, the way it is right now, the income that you are bringing in, the customers you are attracting, and the questions you ask yourself is, what am I doing to attract these people? What I am doing that to stay stuck at just this level of income, that if you're not happy with where you are, you've got to make change. So, if you want to attract clients who are willing to pay a premium price to grow their business, or pay a premium price to get healthier, or you get results, or whatever it is, the outcome is that you deliver, then you better be willing to do the same. There is no escape cause and effect right now. The second step, the second shift, is to command a premium price, and this is very, very important. There are only two reasons why you are not charging high prices right now, if you really think about it right. I don't know what you think. I don't know what you are charging for your services. You know, maybe you are charging 100 per hour for your time, 150 an hour for your time, or maybe charging $27 for a ebook that you are selling, or a 1,000 for a workshop, or something like that. But you are not charging premium prices, right? 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 7,000. There are only two reasons why. Do you think your expertise isn't worth it, or you think it is worth, but you believe that if you charge more, nobody is going to pay it, right? So let's address the first problem. I want you to understand something. You are not selling your time. You are not selling your knowledge. What you are selling is the value of the results you deliver. That is what your clients want more than anything else. So what I mean by that is, let's just say, for example, that you are a relationship coach, and you are a really, really good at what you do, and you can take somebody's marriage that isn't working, or that failing apart, and just by having a few sessions with them, and by applying your knowledge, you can turn things around. You can fix that situation. What do you think for just a second? What is it worth to have that outcome? What is that really worth? Well, I love my wife. I have a fantastic marriage. I have a fantastic relationship. But I tell you right now, if we didn't, I will spend whatever it took if I thought that I could turn things around. So if you think about it, that outcome that you deliver is priceless. So if that's the case, then why you just charging like 100 per hour? You know what I mean? Another things to take into consideration is this. High prices actually reassure your customers that you are preeminent, that you are the best of the best. If this is the same example, if I was in that situation where my marriage is falling apart and I really needed somebody to help us, turn it around, what you know, go through the newspaper and start clipping coupons and find the cheapest person. No, I will go out there, now will find that the very best person. Now, I'm looking at two different ads for two different relationships coaches, and one of them is 100 per hour and one of them is 500 per hour. What I'm going to assume, I'm going to naturally assume that the 500 per hour coach is 5 times better than a 101. I'm going to look at that and go, oh my god, this person charging 500 an hour. He must be the best for this kind of speed, the greatness. This is the one that I want. This is the guy that I want to hire, and I am going to feel good about paying that price. I want to feel good about it because I know that I'm buying the best. Believe it or not, guys, buying the best feels really, really good. It's not these terrible, agonizing things. It's not these things that suck. It actually feels great. But feel great, it feels fantastic. And I can tell you from experience, when you have a problem, when you want something and you want the best, paying a premium price feels good. I mean, it's an amazing feeling. And so if want the best and you are amazing at what you do and you are not charging a premium price, you are hurting your client's confidence, your abilities and what you do. You are failing to stand out. They are going to think that you are just one of the crowd. They are not going to realize they're dealing with the best here, and you are denying them the pleasure that come with getting the best. And I'll tell you something else. People who pay more get better results than people who didn't. I joined a gym a few years ago, and it was one of the cheapest gyms out there in Southampton. I think it was 25 membership amount, just 25 amount. If I didn't go, I didn't lose anything, you know. I mean, it was like 25 pounds. I can take it or I can leave it. So, I want to get serious about getting in shape. What I did, I joined a more expensive gym. I went out and joined a David Lloyd's. Not because it was like such a better gym, but because I knew that I was investing in a higher price. By the way, already I lost 5 kilos last month. So, do you have customers right now that miss appointments? Do you have customers that show up and they are just not really committed and they are not really interested in what you are doing and they kind of like half-ass saying the work that you do together, and they don't really respect you and they don't really respect your authority? Start charging a higher price, and what's going to happen is those people are going to show up more committed, more excited to work with you, and the results are going to go through the roof. And that's going to make you look great, and it's going to make you look like a rock star, and you can feel great about the work that you are doing. Look, it's much easier to hit your income goals in 2000 chunks than in 200 chunks. So, in other words, if you are got an offer that's 200 and you want to make 2000 amount, guess what you got to sell? 100 of those things. That's not that easy to do. But if you want to make 20,000 per month and your offer is 2,000, how many do you need? 10. Just 10. And if you want to make 20,000 a month and you are selling a 5,000 offer, you need just 4 people, all months, and you are good. You get your income goals if those people are investing with you at a 5,000 price point. How much more exciting are they going to be there? How much more committed to they are going to be? How much more likely are they to take action and actually get the results that you are trying to get for them? It's going to be a whole different experience, I promise you. So, this is one of my very favorite clients. This is Steve. Now, what Steve does is he teach real estate wholesaling and investing. So that's a big things. I mean, that's worth a lot if you know how to go in and take a piece of real estate, fix it up, flip it around and make a huge profit of it. Obviously, that's a very valuable moment. When Steve came to me, he was charging less than 100 for his coaching, which I thought was just crazy. So I said, Steve, listen, you've got to charge more for this. I'm going to help you create a 5,000 program. Now for Steve that was a huge stretch, okay? He was terrified. He was like, Gelu, no one's going to pay me that much. And I said, Steve, listen, you know, once you use the secret tool and marketing strategies, some of the tactics that I am about to share with you guys in just few minutes, you are going to have a whole other image. Can be a whole different bar game for you. So I helped him to create a 5,000 program, and here is what happened. He messaged me on the Facebook and he said, thank you, Gelu. Every time when I look in calendar to accept more calls, this happens. I literally have a flow of customers. I closed another one for 5,000 yesterday. Deals coming in so fast, I lost the counts of income somewhere after 45,000. So just 5 weeks after deciding to work with me, Steve already done over 45,000 in sales of his new program. And guys, that sounds like a huge number, right? It's like, oh my god, it's only 45 in 5 weeks. That's crazy, right? That's a lot of money. But let's just break it down for a second. If you've got a offer and then offers 5,000, that's like 9 people. That's it. You can pick up 9 clients, right? I mean, it's not that difficult. It's not that complicated. It's not easy, but it's not complicated. Okay, so let's talk about how we can do this now. What is the positioning? What are the marketing tactics that are enable people like Steve to get these kinds of crazy results? Well, the third shift is to use the secret tool. And the secret tool is not really secret, but is underutilized. And it is the webinar marketing. And is the most powerful way to connect with your audience, establish your authority and preeminence, and give a massive value while you do it. And it does all of these things while you make a outstanding offer. Now, believe me or not, a great webinar can take the place of all this other marketing stuff that you just are not going to have to do anymore. 45 minutes to 1 hour presentation is all you need. So here is the old way of doing things, and if you guys have signed up for other people's program or invested in trainings before, chances are the course that you signed up with, they were teaching you to do one of this strategy, right? Taken to get clients and get customers in your business. So the old way is all you need is, I want to bold it, the old way. A Facebook page that you have to post to all the time. You need a Twitter feed that you have to be tweeting all the time. Instagram, you have to take a bunch of pictures and you got to spam all over the Instagram. You got to have a YouTube channel, so you better be making lots of videos, right? You need to have a high traffic blogs that you get to sit there every single day and crank out blogs post until your fingers bleed and you get urgent. You need SEO, because once your blog is set up, you've got to make sure that Google sees it. And so you got to make sure that all that SEO stuff is all set up on your site. You better get on LinkedIn and have a LinkedIn profile, start networking with people there. You better have a best-selling book, right? Because you don't have a New York Times bestseller. Why would anybody pay you $5,000? Here's a quick hint. I have a book published, but it's not bestseller. You know, you've got to be working your clients for referrals and generating a lot of referrals. You got to be working that word of mouth, and then if you do all of those things, just maybe you'll get clients, and that's the strategy people are teaching. Now look, I got a word for this, and it's called cross your fingers marketing. Basically, the idea is you are going to sit there, crank out all this content and spam it all over the internet, and somehow, some way, somebody is going to find it and somehow turn into them giving you money. I don't know. I don't know how it works. The looks, does this make sense, guys? You've got your Twitter, you've got a WordPress blog, you've got LinkedIn, you've got YouTube, and all stuff. And this should take several months to get results. Okay, any strategy for making money, any strategy from bringing clients in the door should not take a year. It should take like a couple of weeks. So people are teaching the stuff just to give you a bunch of busy work to you, to keep you busy, so that you never stop and think about the fact that isn't working, right? If that wasn't the case, then people would have results like I do, where people are coming into their program and boom, right in the first 6 weeks, they are bringing in first sales, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 45,000, or whatever it is, but their strategies take forever, and so they will tell you, hey, look, don't expect to get results for months or for years, and I think that's just ridiculous. So if that doesn't work, then what does work? Here is a new way of doing things. You don't need a blog, you don't need a podcast, you don't need a lot of content that just take forever to put out there. You only need one great webinar. Just one, and it can replace all that other stuff with a simple, elegant process that looks like this. You send people from Facebook, right? Just like a simple Facebook ad. You want to be posting all the time. You create an ad, you put it up, you let it run. That ad takes people to a sign up page for a while. They watch your webinar and they become a new client. It's that simple. There is nothing else. No blog, none of this other extra stuff that that just take up all your time and doesn't make you any money. It's a simple, elegant process. Facebook ad to a sign up page, then turning it into a customer. Now guys, one outstanding webinar establish your preeminence. It delivers a value that knocks people's socks off, and it builds a real connection with and that audience while you pick up new clients. So it's great for you because you are bringing new clients in the door, but guess what? It's also great for them because you are adding value every step on the way. People come to your webinar, they have a fantastic experience, they learn some great stuff, and if they sign up to become a client with you, fantastic. But if they don't, so what? They still had a terrific time, they still learned a lot. You are still making a contribution to everybody happiness, and everybody wins. So I could give you a whole training on this. I mean, this could should be a whole training about how to do a great hour webinar. But I just don't have that kind of time today. Essentially, a great webinar look like this. At the beginning, you have your introduction and the story. The story is just how you discover the things you are going to teach them and what you are going to teach them, and all that stuff in 10-15 minutes intro. You build some connection, you generate some enthusiasm. Then you spend about half an hour, 40 minutes of core content, which is just teaching them great stuff. Now, the cool things about this is that it proves you can help them by actually helping them. You are solving part of their problems for free, and it's not like you have to depend on letters after your names or testimonials or referrals or any this other stuff to establish your credibility, you're still putting it there. They are listening to you. They are thinking, yes, this guy know what he is talking about. And then, in the last 10 minutes, you just make a really low-key offer to work with you. And finally, talk about the call to action. That's it. 45 minutes to an hour and you are done. Here is a case study of my buddy Mike. Mike is an advertising manager for local and online businesses. He specializes in Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and a couple of other platforms. So it's a service-based business. He's not a coach. He's not a consultant. He's providing service, and to do this he charges several thousand per month. But when I meet Mike, when he first reached out to work with me, believe it or not, almost 100% of his business was coming from word of mouth, and that's fine. But you know what? You can only depend on that so much, right? Because eventually that word of mouth can run out and then you are left with no clients. So Mike understood that if he really wanted to have a real business, he needed a pipeline in customers, a simple process that bring in clients every single day, like the one I just showed you. And so with Mike, we used that exact approach, just a Facebook ad to sign to a sign up page, to a webinar, and that's it. I helped him to do his funnel, craft his webinar. In the very first time he did his webinar, he picked up 25,000 amount worth of new customers. So if you look at that, 300,000 per year in additional revenue from one flipping webinar. Okay, when he wants more customers, he just do another webinar. He doesn't sit there and cross his fingers and pray that the referrals come in or that he gets more business through word of mouth or that more people discover his blog. He doesn't have to cross his fingers. He knows where the next business is going to come from because he got a business that run like a clockwork. He wants more clients. He does another webinar. One brilliant presentation can be the backbone of a multi-million dollars business if the webinar is good enough. So let me ask you this, guys. How much more time would you have if one webinar was all you need to think about to get new clients? That's it. How much more time will you have? So here's a quick recap of what we've covered so far. Now, at this point, we know that we must be operating from total integrity. We know we should be commanding a premium price, and we know that we should be using the secret tool, which is the webinar, to command that price point, right? So we got to know we're working with integrity, we're doing the right things, good about what we are doing, charging a premium price, so it's much easier for us to hit our income goals, and we've got a webinar pipeline in place, so we always know where the next client going to come from. But now let's look at how to leverage our time and scale our business without losing our minds, because this is the part where things start to fall apart. If you are working to create consistent income, a lot of the time that only things you can think about, I need more money, but guess what? Once you have got that money coming in, you start to realize, that your business quickly can become a golden cage. We have no time and no freedom to enjoy it. So let's talk about right now how to escape from that trap. The fourth shift is to leverage your time. So the next step is to disconnect your time from your income so that you make money regardless of what you are doing. You have powerful knowledge to share with the world. Why should you share it one person at a time? So think about this right now. I don't know how you are set up your coaching business or consulting business or legal practice or whatever it may be. But chances are you are working with one person at a time, and most of the 6 and 7 figure earners that I work with have found ways to scale their business while they still get great results for their customers. Let me tell you what I mean. This is our third case study. This is Lisa. Lisa was one of the very first customers. I love this client. She's the greatness. She's a coach and therapist, and she saw clients one-on-one, and he's starting at 75 a session. She's seeing them in his office for 75 per session. Now I don't know why she chose that price, but what I want you to understand something. That price, that choice, define the limits of Lisa's income, current, entire life. She's entire economic future is decided by just that one choice. This is how much I'm going to charge, and I'm in to see people one-on-one, okay? So let me show you what I mean. Is charging 75 an hour. Let's say she is fully booked. She's working 40 hours a week. She's booked solid, right? She's making 3,000 a week or 12,000 a month, which is sound good. But believe me, if you are booked to that solid and you are working that hard and you are seeing 40 patients a week in your office, 160 patients a month, it's like, oh my god, your head is going to explode and go burn yourself out. Her total workload is 120 hours per month. So when she came to see me, this was she's number. One priority issue across. I'm trapped in this business of burning myself out when people show up. They are not getting the best of me, they are getting this like frazzling, overworked person who just can't do a good job because I'm so stressed, I'm so burned out. That's okay, we're cool, let's fix this. So I asked her this question. Lisa, listen. You are doing this. Let me ask you a question. You are creating a totally new approach for every single client, right? Where every client is completely different. Are you covering about 80% of the same stuff with everybody where it's covered it again and again? And Lisa said, no, it's about 80% the same. So she realized that look at each client is unique. Sure, each client is special. She's covering the same fundamentals again and again with every single client. That's crazy. So I said, Lisa, listen. Let's take that 80% that you are just having to repeat yourself over and over again, and let's put it together into a 8-week workshop where we teach those fundamentals by videos. And I said, listen, you don't want to just give them a bunch of videos and send them on their way because they still need to live support from you. So let's do this too. Let's give them a email support so they can email their questions that they have, right? And let's add a group Q&A session every week so that you can tweak the program from each member and they can ask questions. So the 8-week workshop, guys, every week to give them some video training. Every week she come on and answer their questions. I'll ask a group at once, and she also let people email their questions. So it's so much more leverage. That's seeing people one-on-one. Now Lisa priced the course of just 2,000. I wanted to charge more, but she was like, no, let me just do 2000. I said, okay, and so she delivered a training video now. Those are pre-recorded ahead of time, and so our total time commitments, guys, is just an hour Q&A session every week, and then maybe 20 minutes per day or so of email support. What happened when we did this? What Lisa workload dropped from 120 hours per month to about 12 hours per month. And with 2 weeks of working together, Lisa sold 6 people into a program and 12,000. So think about that, guys. She worked in 12 hours per month. She's got 6 clients. Her workload went from 120 hours a month to just 12 hours per month. She's making more money. You can beat that. And people know that she's working with, instead of working with 40 clients a week, she's working with between 6 and 10 clients per month. That's it. So how much more poise and power and authority is she going to have? What she's show up to work with those people, she can have confidence to be rested. She can really make a investment and making sure that those people get terrific results. So you don't have to do a group program. I just wanted to introduce this to you because maybe you've never thought of this before. Maybe you never thought about doing a online group program. It's a perfect fit for you, but even if it's not, I promise that if we work for like 10 minutes, I can figure it out a much more efficient way if you deliver whatever it is that you are doing. Okay, so Lisa got a life again. She's making more money. She went from working 40 hours a week to just 12 hours per month. That is leverage. Now, that takes us to the 5th step, which is to invest in mentoring. Now, this is something that all successful people do, and they do it without hesitation. Everybody should have a mentor. Mentoring brings 2 things. It brings new ideas, and it brings accountability. If Lisa had not reached out to speak with me, it never would have occurred to her that she could charge 2,000. It never would have occurred to her that she could put together a group program and radically change his life, his income and his business, that she never would have think of that. And not only that, but once we were working together, I was giving her the accountability to make sure that she actually did that. She followed through that, she didn't self-sabotage, that she stayed on the track. So guys, right now you've been listening to me for a while. Now look, this got to be new ideas in your head right now that will not be there if you didn't make time for this webinar. I'm so thankful to you. You blocked out the time, you showed up here for a reason. You are getting some great ideas right now. That's the power of mentoring. So here is how it works, guys. You have your mindset, and your mindset is 2 things. It's your beliefs about what's possible, and it's the quality of your ideas. It's your strategy. So we've been talking about how do you build a 5 or 6 figure per month business. Maybe before you come here, you don't even think it was possible for you. You never thought I could earn 10,000 a month or 25,000 a month. Then everything occurred to you. It doesn't occur to you. You are not going to try. And then once it does occur to you, you go. Yeah, that sounds cool. I want to do that. You also need a strategy that works. And I think I've shown you that blogging and tweeting and all that other stuff, it's not a good strategy. You want the strategy that works? Use webinars. That's work. So your mindset is your beliefs. about what's possible, and it's your strategy. Then you've got your action, what you actually do. Now that you know this is possible, now you know the strategy, or you can actually take action on it, or are you going to just kind of self-sabotage and let all the stuff go, and the mindset and your action produce your income? It produces your income, it produces your happiness, it produces everything that is going on in your life. So if you look at your life right now and you are not happy with what you made last month, you are not happy with what you made last year, and not happy with the kind of customers that you've been working with, guess what? To make those to change your outcome, you have to start at the top, is to change your mindset. If the change are planned, you have to really take action to change what you are doing if you want to different results. So, how much you earn in the last month? How happy are you in your business? If you are not happy, you need a new mindset, in a new plan, and you need accountability. In other words, you need a mentor. Doctors, guys, earn on average about 100,000 a year, and guess what? They train 10 to 14 years between pre-med school, residency, all that stuff. It's a 14-year commitment before you can even call yourself a doctor. If you grow your business to just 20,000 a month now, much less that 100,000 amount. I'm talking about thousands on training and mentoring, and every single time. It was a huge decision for me. I remember one time I signed up for a mastermind that was 15,000, and I probably had like 10 grand in the bank, and I had to take out the rest of on credit. You think it was a easy decision to make? No, I was freaking out, but I believe it that if I took that step, I could get to where I wanted to go. And now, that investment pay for itself in 1 month. 1 month of running my business. Don't go it alone, guys. Find the best mentor out there and spend what it takes to work with them. Your business is your baby, right? And if, God forbid, if my son was sick, I would not go out there shopping for, a medical profession that was, a discount guy. I will go out there, not hire the best of the best, because that's you want. So you don't try to skimp when it comes to hiring a mentor and getting the guidance that you need to go out there, find the best person you can, find and spend what it takes to work with them. Just to recap, today I promised I'd cover how to turn your expertise into a 5 and 6 figures monthly income, even if that seems like a ridiculous number right now. I promised we talk about how to generate a flow of customers, the exact customers you want, whenever you want, and the price you want. We're talking about how to do that. I promised to talk about how to command a premium price point. You could stop selling ebooks, courses, or even your time for less than 8,000 and start charging 2,000, 5,000, 8,000 price points. We're talking about how to leverage delivery. So you can work with clients on groups instead of one-on-one to make more money in less time. And I promised to show you how to do all of this without a blog, Twitter feed, or SEO, social media, or any other stuff you don't want to do. So here is why. You need to win, guys. Number one, just to recap, you need total integrity there. Number two, command premium pricing. And number three, you got to use the secret tool, which is the webinar marketing. It's going to save you a lot of time, and it works better than anything else out there. And Number 4, you get to leverage your time, because what good is it making all this money if you can't enjoy it and you can't go where you want to go and do what you want to do and create some amazing experience to your family. Number 5, if you want to make all that stuff possible, you've got to invest in mentoring. It's the only way to accelerate your growth. And guys, if you just make these 5 steps, it's enough to propel a business to 5 or 6 figures per month. Okay, so right now you've got a choice. You've been listening to me talking about this stuff, and I know that you are on this webinar for a reason. Maybe you don't have enough clients coming in the door. Maybe you've got clients coming in the door, but you are not charging them enough. You know, you're charging a premium price. Maybe you've got clients coming in the door and you're commanding a premium price, but you just don't have enough time to enjoy your life. You are overworked, you are burned out. You've got a choice, guys. You can either listen to what I've said, forget all about it, and just keep doing things the way that you've done it before. Or, if you want to fix these problems, you want to create clients on demand, the right clients, the right price and time you want, to build a business that earn 5 or 6 figures per month and has new clients coming in the door every single day. A new business where you are commanding these premium prices, you are earning the kind of money that you want to earn, you have the freedom that you've always wanted. If you want that, then here is what I have for you. I have set aside some time in the next 48 hours or so to speak to you personally about how you can apply these ideas to your business, starting today. So whatever your biggest challenge are, most probably I've seen it and I know how to overcome it. It worked like this. On the session where to get on a call for about 45 minutes, and on the session what we'll do is I will work with you to craft a step-by-step game plan to hit your income goals for this year, whatever that's 5,000 amount or 100,000 amount, and we're going to talk about how you can attract the exact clients that you want to work with. So you get on a video call with me, we talk for about 45 minutes, and you walk away from that call with a step-by-step game plan to hit your income goals and step-by-step game plan to attract the exact clients that you want. And the cost, believe me or not guys, it's absolutely free. I do this for free for you as a free service. There is no obligation. Let's talk quick about who this is for, because it's not for everybody. You must qualify for. We have some simple requirements that I need you to meet. Number 1, you must have knowledge that solve a major life or business problem and can command premium price. So whatever you do, it's got to provide a really great outcome for people. If you are just selling like, I don't know, towels or tires, some things, it's not going to work. It's got to be something where they depend on you. They depending on your authority, and you are creating some fantastic outcomes for people. Number 2, you've got to be great at what you do, because like I said at the beginning of the webinar, whatever it is, I can help you sell it, but if your selling is not good, believe me, it's going to turn around and bite you. So you must be outstanding in what you do. You must hold yourself to the highest standards of integrity, and if that is you, then what I want you to do is to book a session right now, taking the quiz application for this from this link, topbusinessgrow.com/apply. So you are wondering, why will Gelu? What's the catch? Why are you doing this? Why is this free? And I do this because I love giving back. and because I love helping business owners achieve their goals. That's why my company exists. And I also know that once you've got on the call, we've targeted for 45 minutes and we put our heads together and we come up with a really kick-ass plan to grow your business. You might want my help to make that happen, and if you do, then great. We can talk about how to do that if it's a good fit for both of us. We'll talk about it if you don't, or if I feel like it's not a fit, then we won't even talk about it. We'll just get you on the call. I'll help you out big time, and then you can go. You can go and do your things. So go to topbusinessgrowth.com/apply to grab your spot. Now here is the catch, guys. I hope you realize I can't talk with everybody, and there is only few hours in a day I can actually help you with the stuff. Because of that, you have to qualify to talk with me for a free discovery session, and I have a 4 minutes quiz for it. So spaces are really limited. Run over that link provided right now. What that's going to do, it's going to qualify you straight away, and you will receive an email with your report of finding plus a link to my calendar. On the calendar there you see all the available appointments time. Pick the appointment time that you like, and I will confirm you at the time. After that I will send you a short application. It's like 5 or 6 questions. Just fill out so I can go into call and kind of hit the ground running. I know exactly what to do and exactly kind of where the weak spot in your business are, so we can go to work right away, helping you overcome these obstacles in creating that 5, 10, 20,000 per month plan or 100 amount plan, whatever it is. We're going to show you how to hit those goals. So go to the link now, do the quiz, apply, and I will help you out. I promise that this will be the best 45 minutes you have ever spent working on your business. There is no word pressure stuff, there is no like high pressure sales pitch. I don't even make an offer to most of the people that I talk to. So don't worry about that. Go there, topbusinessgrow.com/apply. We'll work with you and create the business that you want. So normally this will be the part of the webinar where we do see a Q&A time. But you know what, guys, like I just told you, how you can come on call with me and work with me for a solid 45 minutes to create the kind of business that you want. So I'm not going to take any questions, because look, if you need help, don't just ask a little question on a webinar. Like, go and book the session so we can really get into what really going on and help you out to help you grow your business. Thank you so much for joining me for this presentation today. It's been fantastic working with you. Go to the quiz now. It is totally free, and you will walk away from that session with a step-by-step game plan to crush your income goals and attract the exact clients that you want. I am Gelu Nastac, and I will talk to you soon.